So the very first thing in that, in neo-Mendelian genetics, is incomplete dominance. From the term itself, it is pretty clear to understand कि यहाँ पे जो dominance होते हैं जीन के वो incompletely होते हैं. So here there is no complete dominant over recessive gene, and thus phenotype will resemble both the parents, and or rather neither of the parents it will resemble. Sorry. So the phenotype will resemble neither of the parents and thus give us something called as intermediate characteristics. यानी अगर tall और dwarf है तो हमें in between height मिलेगी. ठीक है. Example for this is Mirabilis jalapa, which is a 4 o'clock plant, जिसमें क्या होता है कि एक डोमिनेंट ट्रेट होता है रेड कलर का और एक रिसेसिव ट्रेट होता है व्हाइट कलर के फ्लावर्स. रेड कलर के फ्लावर्स के जीन या रेड कलर के फ्लावर्स को जब व्हाइट कलर के फ्लावर्स के साथ क्रॉस किया जाता है तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है हमें एक हेटेरोजाइगस कंडीशन का मिलने का. अब ये जो हेटेरोजाइगस कंडीशन यहाँ पे मिल रहेगा विच इज अ हाइब्रिड कंडीशन, इंस्टेड ऑफ गेटिंग रेड as a dominant trait in F1 generation, we get pink color. तो ना ही रेड है ना ही व्हाइट है बट इन बिटवीन कलर मिला which is pink color. And this is nothing but what you call it as incomplete dominance, which is one of the exceptional case which where it does not follow the Mendel's law. As we can see over here कि जब इसी को हम self cross करेंगे तो हमको 1:2:1 ratio में चीजें मिलेंगी. Like you have homozygous dominant giving you red condition, homozygous recessive giving you white condition, and heterozygous condition which will give you pink colored flowers. So here for incomplete dominance, the genotypic as well as phenotypic ratios are same, which is 1:2:1. All right, beta. Another example for same kind of condition is antirrhinum, which is dragon flowers, also called as snapdragon or dog flower. सबका सेम ही नाम मतलब नाम अलग अलग है बट चीजें सेम ही है. ठीक है, which also gives you similar condition. Red flowers and white flowers giving you pink flowers when it is in the heterozygous condition. Going for starch size in the pea plant, there is a gene called as gene B, capital B. ये कैपिटल बी जीन जो है बेटा वो जो स्टार्च ग्रेन्स होते हैं यानी पी प्लांट के अंदर जो स्टार्च के ग्रैन्यूल्स होते हैं उसका साइज और शेप डिसाइड करता है. सो अगर कैपिटल बी होगा तो यू विल गेट राउंड एंड लार्ज स्टार्च ग्रैन्यूल. वहीं पे अगर स्मॉल बी होगा तो यू विल गेट wrinkled and small starch granule. So in homozygous condition, you will definitely have round and large, and in this being homozygous condition, you'll get wrinkled and small. But इसी को जब हम heterozygous condition में ले लेते हैं, तो जो shape है, उसमें complete dominance दिखाई देगा, which is round. लेकिन जब हम बात करते हैं size की, तो हमें मिलेंगे intermediate size, meaning neither dominant, मतलब neither large, neither small. So this again becomes the example of size of the starch grains within the pea plant, showing us incomplete dominance. All right, beta. This was incomplete dominance. Another example of Mendelian disorder will include, or the abnormality or neo-Mendelian genetics will include, non-Mendelian genetics will include pleiotrophy. प्लियोट्रोफी में बेसिकली क्या होता है कि एक ही जीन जो होता है उसके abnormality की वजह से या फिर एक ही जीन जो है वो मल्टीपल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स अपने बॉडी के कंट्रोल करता है. दैट इज सिंगल जीन multiple characters are being controlled, and this is called as pleiotrophy. Example, in pea, when we talk about seeds, जरा सा ऊपर हमने चेक किया कि ये जो एक पर्टिकुलर जीन है which is gene B, that same gene B is responsible for looking at the shape of the starch as well as the size of the starch. So there are two characteristics which have been controlled by same gene, which is gene B, जो अभी just ऊपर पड़ा. Apart from that, you also have examples like phenylketonuria and sickle cell anemia, which we will understand in detail. When we talk about sickle cell anemia, What exactly happens in sickle cell anemia? When the RBCs or the hemoglobin, what you talk about, is not being synthesized correctly. हम आगे डिटेल में देखेंगे, but as of now, जब हीमोग्लोबिन ढंग से नहीं बनता है और आरबीसी जो है उसका काउंट फॉल हो जाता है, then in that case, because of the defective gene, there is abnormal hemoglobin, which leads to change in the shape of RBC, anemia, as well as jaundice. All of this major effect of the defective gene is that our hemoglobin is abnormally been made. But iske consequence mein there are another secondary effects also which are being seen. And thus it is identified to be as pleiotropy. You also have something known as polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance is where multiple genes control one trait. पीछे हमने देखा प्लियोट्रोफी में we saw that there is one gene which is controlling multiple characteristics. Here in this case, we are understanding that one trait has been controlled by multiple genes. So that becomes polygenic inheritance. This is generally a qualitative inheritance also is what you can identify to be as. Going slightly more ahead, when more than two genes tend to control the expression, you call it as polygenic inheritance. And these genes are located on different loci, not on the same chromosomes. Qualitative inheritance may you can have all dominant alleles will give you maximum expression. All recessive will give you minimum expression, and intermediate expression will be seen if the dominance is not correct. Ideally, this is wrong. It is not qualitative. It will be quantitative. Beta. This becomes quantitative inheritance. As we can see in this case, wheat kernel के बारे में बात करेंगे, wheat kernel के colors के बारे में बात करेंगे. तो generally there are two genes, which is gene A and gene B, which is responsible for bringing about the color in wheat kernels. So that is red color. Now, what happens is if you have both dominant genes, you get red color. If you have both recessive gene, you get white color. लेकिन अगर हमारे पास आधे डोमिनेंट और आधे रिसेसिव जीन होंगे तो हमें इंटरमीडिएट कलर मिलने के चांस है विच इज पिंक कलर मिलने का चांस. तो जब इनको हम सेल्फ क्रॉस करेंगे तो हमें कुछ इस प्रकार का जीनोटाइप मिलेगा. इसमें दिस जीनोटाइप विल गिव यू कंप्लीट रेड कलर. बट अ जीनोटाइप जहां पे तीन डोमिनेंट अलील और एक रिसेसिव अलील हुआ, जैसे एक ये हो गया, फिर एक ये हो गया, फिर ओके, where you have three dominant alleles. So yeah, you have two and two. So there are four progenies which will be having light red color. Then there are two dominant alleles, which includes this, or we just have the cancer, which includes this, this. So that becomes one, four, that is five and six. So six of them will show us intermediate trait. Okay, where it is neither completely red, neither completely white. Then you may have one single dominant, which is including this, and it includes this. That is 2 and 2, 4 again. And then the last one, which is having white color. So the phenotypic ratio for this becomes 1 is to 4 is to 6 is to 4 is to 1. That becomes its phenotypic ratio. Likewise, हमारे एनसीईआरटी में स्किन कलर के लिए दिया गया है. So जब हम स्किन कलर का बात करते हैं, there are three genes which are involved in it, which is A, B, and gene C. So there are eight gametes that can be made. 8 different types of gametes that can be made. यहाँ पे जो लिखा है वो गलत है. 8 gametes अगर ऐसा हुआ तो इसके लिए 8 अलग-अलग टाइप के gametes बनेंगे. इसमें तो सारे gametes सेम टाइप के ही रहेंगे बेटा. ठीक है. जब हम इसका बात कर रहे हैं, when this is the F1 generation, and if this F1 generation is self-crossed to give you F2 generation, there are 7 different types of traits which will be obtained, or phenotype that will be obtained. Okay, which is very dark, that is dark black, very dark brown, mulatto. So this is nothing but mulatto. light brown, very light brown, and white in color. With the ratio 1 is to 6 is to 15 is to 20 is to 15 is 6 is to 1. ठीक है? तो ये हो गया हमारा प्लियोट्रोफी जहाँ पे 3 एग्जांपल हमने देखे सिकल सेल एनीमिया का देखा हमने बेटा we also saw the example of polygenic inheritance over here sorry we saw about polygenic inheritance where we had wheat kernel ke color ka one of the example and then the other example is of human skin color. We go for the next part of the chapter which is chromosomal inheritance. Now